Welcome back everybody to the daily show where I'll be doing technical analysis on stock market. So before we get started, please hit that like button, and if you're new here or just watching, subscribe to the channel. That is greatly appreciated as well. Now, if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading and all kinds of setups, and you want to get trades like these right here that we took yesterday, and these were going deep in the money, over the money today. You can see these were shares that we bought. Here's another one, and these were the ones that I took yesterday and this morning. You can see 9:21 a.m. called it out at opening to take profit on these trades, and this from 180 TSM we had calls before back last month, and now we had puts at 180, so we wrote it down $10 to the downside. Was fantastic. HTZ, another one that is a short squeeze play, was squeezing a couple days ago, and now you can see it died down, and we got 60% on that. I think I got 59 or 58%. Some people got over 60% on that play. So all these trade ideas are available exclusively on Patreon, and if you join annually, you do get, I think, 20% off. So definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon, guys. And now let's get right into it. And before we get started, I want you to look at this right here. Tomorrow, it's coming tomorrow, guys. FOMC. We'll have the interest rate decision at 2 p.m. and the Fed press conference will be led by Jay Powell, and we will see how the market reacts. And you also got some data on jobless claims on Thursday, so it's gonna be a big week. I think end of the week the market just going flat right now and not doing much because of FOMC, and some of these earnings are also coming out. Now let's talk about the market. Well, we got Dow going down nearly 1%, Nasdaq down 0.87%, so nearly 1%, S&P down 0.77%, and Russell going down 1%. 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500. We got utilities leading the way, so risk off move here today in the market, basic materials and energy, and you can see healthcare taking a massive beating. So this is where you might find a next opportunity on healthcare. Stock market map, what do we have here? Well, you can see it's kind of a pretty much a break even to slightly red day all over the place. I would not even call these are down day, especially on Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon. Sort of a flat day here. Google, Meta is down 2%. Tesla is down nearly 2%. Well, look at the dump off here on healthcare, guys. I mean, all are bleeding. UNH, big name, down. Eli Lilly also down, and all the other names, Pfizer and all that, MRK, everything is getting decimated. Utilities, you can see lighting up here, so it's in the green. And financial also took a beating here today, and that's why you're seeing IWM going down. Uh, Even with that pump we saw last few days, just fading today and going down to the downside. And now let's talk about S&P 500. On SPY ETF, it's down 0.84%, and now it's down another 0.23%. So nearly down 1% today. But if you look at my screen, what happened today? Well, a lot of chop back and forth between bulls and bears. And, mostly I would say bulls are still holding strong. But a couple things I want to take away from bulls, that we keep getting these, moves to the upside and they're fading slowly. The momentum is definitely not moving to the upside anymore and slowly fading. We got topping tail candles here, and you can see again today what happened today was amazing. We still have this gap 556.52, but the market gap down did not close this gap, and I actually took a trade here. I even posted that trade early morning. I mean, tell me somebody who posts a trade early morning before opening, and they go like this, that 557, 556, these are going to be the buy areas right here on SPY. As long as that holds, you can play 2 DTE to the upside, 565 calls. And guess what? Some people played, and it was over 60% just holding few hours, because we got up to almost 563.35, guys, right here. And then the rejection. We did close the gap on top from gap down today, but there is still gap that remains here on bottom. And we will see, I think tomorrow, there is a good chance we might come down and close this gap 556.52. As long as the support can hold over this, that should be a dip buy. Now, if that support gives up, you're going to see SPY sliding down to 553 to 551. And these are aligned with dark pull orders, and underneath that level, you might see a dump off down to 544. Continuation to the upside. Another thing I want to point out here that I want to take away from bulls, that we did close below the 5-day moving average after 3 days, which is 560. So there will be resistance at 560, 564. And over that, you're going to see a pump up to this high right here, 576. As of right now, that's not happening, and market is going down, and there is no China deal, nothing happening, guys. I mean, I think market just forgot about what happened, and everything that we saw last couple of weeks already priced in, and that's why market holding up this well, and bulls are still able to hold up and push things higher from here. But you can see last 3 days volume just not there, and things are just slowing down, and that means what? A rug pull, a pullback could be right around the corner, guys. On triple Q, it's down nearly 1%. And again, same thing like SPY. We went higher. We did close under this 483 range, 5-day moving average. We did close the gap on top, but we did not close the gap on bottom, which is at 477. So there is support right here at that gap full reversal point. If that holds 477 to 473-ish right here, that's going to be a nice buying opportunity. And you can see it's actually giving you that confluence here with that 50-day moving average, so that is a strong support. But underneath that level, you're going to see a flush down to 467 to even 460. To the upside, there will be resistance at 483, 5-day moving average. Over that, you'll see a retest of 490, and from there it can go up to this high right here, previous high, which is at 493. On DIA, it's down also nearly 1%, and this one did not close this gap. Right here, 416, what we saw pretty much S&P and Nasdaq going up and closing that gap. As a matter of fact, we gapped up multiple times and leaving the gaps behind. But in this case, we got really close to it yesterday. Right here, you can see almost 415, but we did not close this gap, and now things actually just slowing down and fading to the downside. And so far you can see today this 407 range, this trend line has to hold, otherwise you're going to see a dump off easily down to 400, and from there there is a gap down here at 393. To the upside, there will be resistance right here on Dow, 412. Over that, this gap comes into play, which can act as a resistance, 416. On IWM, it's down over 1%, and we talked about it. We had this bear flag or rising wedge pattern. We got over that, but now we're back down at that trend line. You can see it's holding into closing 195. We got there today, guys. So IWM, I actually shorted yesterday, took profit. Even day before, over the weekend, I shorted IWM, and that was not even my call. Someone in the Patreon called it out, and we got in. So this was not something that came out of my own ideas. It was just people calling it out, and this was good because it was trading and going against the upper Bollinger Band, perfect areas to short, and this was good because IWM, it actually pays good if this thing is going up or down, and if you're getting puts, you're gonna get paid well, and if you get calls at the right time, you're going to get paid well as well. So we got paid, and now I don't have any position, and 195.62 is holding. Below that, you might see a flush down to 193, and we got unfinished business down here at 188. So watch out for that. Resistance will be right here at 198. Over that, you're going to see a push up to 203, and then we can talk about more upside. As of right now, we're not even at 200. On VIX, it's up 4.74%, so finally getting a bounce, and now it's trading over this $24 range, holding over the support and the 5-day moving average. So that's going to be key level to watch. Underneath that level, we might be retesting this low down here at 22, and then from there, The strongest support here on VIX, if this thing comes down even more, 20 bucks. Now to the upside, there will be resistance at 26. If this thing can clear that, you're going to see a push up to 28, and from there it can go much higher, 30 to $35. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated.